The 2025 track and field season was chaos in the best way. Titles defended, history made, careers ended, and shocking allegiance switches rocked the region. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 Caribbean track and field moments of 2025, breaking down the biggest races, medals, and jaw-dropping storylines from the year, ending with the moment that crowned a new Caribbean 100-meter world champion. Let's get right into it with number 10. Devin Charlton 60-meter hurdles World Indoor Championship title. Devin Charlton has slowly become the Bahamas' mainstay on podiums at major championships. Having stamped her claim in the 60-meter hurdles with a world record of 7.65 seconds to capture the World Indoor title in Glasgow in 2024, the world has begun to fear Charlton over the barriers indoors. At the 2025 World Indoors in Nanjing, Devin Charlton didn't look like her usual dominant self, but she flipped the switch in the semi-final, clocking 7.82 to secure her spot in the final. The race was being dubbed as a tough one because 7 of the 8 finalists had gone below the sub 8.00 seconds barrier. In the final, it was all about grit, power, determination, and pure speed. Devin Charlton ran one of her most aggressive races to cross the line in 7.72 seconds to capture her second World Indoor Championship title. Moving on to number 9, Julian Alfred 100-meter Diamond League title. After winning the 100-meter Olympic title in Paris 2024, St. Lucia's Julian Alfred entered the 2025 season as one of the world's top sprinters. She kicked off her outdoor campaign with a statement 21.88 seconds in the 200-meter at the Tom Jones Memorial Invitational, showing elite from early in the year. Alfred continued her strong season by defending her 100-meter Diamond League title in Zurich with a 10.76 seconds win, and then went on to secure bronze in the women's 100-meter at the Tokyo World Athletics Championships with a 10.84 seconds finish, marking St. Lucia's first ever World Championship medal in track and field. Now at number 8, we have Tina Clayton, the youngest World Championship women's 100-meter medalist. Jamaica's Tina Clayton has always been a gem and a rising star in track and field. Having won the 100-meter twice at the World Under-20 Championship, the world was expecting a lot from her. She made her grand entry to the senior stage by doing a personal best of 10.81 seconds to capture the 100-meter title at the Jamaica National Championship. Heading into the Tokyo World Championship, the women's 100-meter was being dubbed as a Julian Alfred versus Melissa Jefferson Wooden showdown. However, Tina Clayton was set to break up that party as she navigated the rounds as best as possible. The environment for the women's 100-meter was quite tense as 5 of the 8 finalists had earned World Championship medals before. The time came for the race, and Melissa Jefferson Wooden quickly separated herself from the field and crossed the line in a championship record of 10.61 seconds. Tina Clayton ran a massive personal best of 10.75 seconds for silver and became the youngest women's 100-meter World Championships medalist. If you're enjoying this video so far, please hit those like and subscribe buttons to support us. Thank you! Next up at number 7, we have 4 Jamaican athletes who packed for Turkey. The 2024 Paris Olympic season saw Jamaica earn 6 medals, with 4 of them coming from field events, and showing the island's diversity in field events. Even though the country performed so well in Paris, the world was in for a shocker because 3 of the 4 field events medalists, Roger Stoner, Rajendra Campbell, and Wayne Pinnock, decided to switch allegiance to Turkey for more lucrative benefits. World Under-20 triple jump champion Jadon Hibbert decided to join them as well. This was quite a shocker and heartbreaking for Jamaican fans, who were expecting those 4 athletes to earn medals at the Tokyo World Championship. The island is still recovering from this, as more athletes have been getting offers to compete for different countries. Then, at number 6, there's Jareem Richards 400-meter World Championship silver from Lane 2. Trinidad and Tobago's Jareem Richards has become somewhat of a national hero for the country because of his contribution to track and field over the years. The 2024 Paris Olympics was a heartbreaking one for him, because he ran 43.78 seconds to place 4th in the 400 meter, just off the medal podium. However, the disappointment did not linger for long. Richards narrowly qualified for the 400 meter final at the Tokyo World Championships, a result that placed him in the unfavorable lane 2 for the final. Jareem Richards ran his heart out from start to finish and crossed the line in a national record of 43.72 seconds to earn silver, making him the 3rd man in World Championship history to earn medals in both the 200 meter and 400 meter, as he earned a 200 meter bronze medal at the 2017 London World Championship. Up next at number 5 we have Thea Lafond, World Championship silver after injury. Dominica's Thea Lafond created history at the 2024 Paris Olympics by winning gold in the triple jump with a leap of 15.02 meters. But she picked up an injury after the Olympics, and it led her to scale back on her training for the 2025 Tokyo World Championship. Come September morning, Thea Lafond was eager and ready to compete in Tokyo. On her last attempt, Thea Lafond was able to leap a season's best of 14.89 meters to capture silver and earn the first World Championship medal for Dominica. Moving on to number 4, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce hangs up her spikes. Jamaica's Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is truly one of the greatest 100-meter sprinters of all time because of her longevity and consistency in the event. The 2025 season saw her touch the track for the final time at the Tokyo World Championship. In the 100 meter, she finished 6th and led off the silver medal winning team in the 4x100 meter relay. The crowd was ecstatic to see Fraser-Pryce compete for the final time as she put the lid on a career that lasted almost 2 decades. And then at number 3, there is Keshawn Walcott, World Championship Javelin Gold. Keshawn Walcott of Trinidad and Tobago showed that it is never too late for a shower of rain. Having won the javelin at both the 2012 Barcelona World Junior Championship and the 2012 London Olympics, the world was expecting more from Walcott. However, injuries got the best of him. Walcott barely made the javelin final, but was able to deliver his best performance on his 4th attempt with a throw of 88.16 meters, which made him capture gold, making him the first Caribbean javelin thrower to win gold at the World Junior Championship, Olympics, and World Championship level. Up next at number 2, we have Leonis Perez-Hernandez double triple jump gold. In 2025, the triple jump belonged to Cuba's Leonis Perez-Hernandez. She began the year by leaping 14.93 meters to win gold at the Nanjing World Indoor Championship. After that performance, Hernandez had a consistent outdoor season and won the Diamond League with 14.91 meters. To end such a successful season, Leonis Perez-Hernandez leaped a world-leading mark of 14.94 meters to win the Tokyo World Championship, making her the only Caribbean athlete to win all 3 major titles in one season. And now at number 1, Oblique Seville, 100-meter gold at the Tokyo World Championship. Jamaica's Oblique Seville was knocking at the door for years to earn a 100-meter medal. Having missed the podium in 3 previous attempts, the moment finally came at the Tokyo World Championship. In the 100-meter final, Oblique Seville ran a personal best of 9.77 seconds to win gold, making him the first Caribbean men's 100-meter world champion since Usain Bolt. Oblique Seville's win saw fans increase their belief in him as he will look forward to defending his title at the 2027 Beijing World Championship. 2025 reminded us that Caribbean track and field is built on resilience, talent, and belief. Legends closed their chapters, new champions rose, and history was made. The future is bright, and the next generation is ready to carry the torch forward. Now we want to hear from you. Which moment from this top 10 stood out to you the most, and why? Do you believe Oblique Seville's 9.77 seconds truly marked the arrival of a new Caribbean men's 100-meter era? Or was another performance the defining moment of 2025? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's get the discussion going. Also, check out our video on the top 5 Caribbean track moments of 2025. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, share it with a fellow track and field fan, and subscribe to the channel for more track and field content. Turn on your notifications so you never miss an upload. This is Caribbean Focus Sports. See you in the next video.